Hi, I'm Tyler Hoffman, the president of OnPoint Employee Benefits and the chief editor of OnPoint Research. Today, we're going to dive into the most recent benchmarking report in Western Canada for manufacturing. And I'm going to share with you the top 3 insights into what we uncovered inside this benchmarking report. And looking at the most recent benchmarking data for Western Canada manufacturing companies, there were 3 key areas in employee benefits that we wanted to zero in on that we felt were red flags. And the first area that we want to address is long-term disability. In the most recent data, 67% of manufacturing companies in Western Canada have structured their benefit payout on long-term disability in the form of 1 tier. The challenge with having a 1-tier payout for long-term disability is that employees most often will be paying for coverage that they will never able to be fully claimed upon. And so often what you'll see is long-term disability scheduled out in 2 or 3 tiers. So the fact that 67% of manufacturing companies in Western Canada have a payout of 1 tier suggests to me that advisors and consultants in my community are lazy. It's so important that when we design group benefit programs that we look at how the employees are going to be impacted. The second area that we want to zero in on from this benchmarking data for manufacturing companies is in drug coverage. And there's a number of different red flares that we have to address here. The first one being 82% of manufacturing companies in Western Canada have unlimited drug coverage. Now, while you might think that's a great thing, it's a blank check that is exposing group benefit programs to higher claims and often higher renewals. And so the 18% of companies that have a cap around drug coverage most often had a $20,000 per limit per person on the plan. And that makes a lot of sense for cost containment, especially in provinces like BC, where we do have a very good, fair pharmacare program. The other area around drug coverage that we thought needed to be addressed and talked about was this idea of having a preferred pharmacy network. 91% did not have a preferred pharmacy network. Now, why you would want to have a preferred pharmacy network is to bring the cost down for your employees. If your employees are paying less on drugs, that means they're claiming less on drugs. And if they're claiming less on drugs, that's putting less pressure on your plan. 91% do not have a preferred pharmacy network. Absolutely boggles my mind how a consultant like myself or an advisor putting these plans together wouldn't create that possibility in the design. The other area that we want to talk about is this idea of having specialty drugs covered. So often you might see fertility or erectile dysfunction, vaccines, obesity, anti-smoking. But what I want to zero in on today is this notion that only 18% of plans would allow anti-obesity drugs to be part of the coverage. Now, why would that be important to have? Well, if you think about the impact that diabetes has on drug coverage and on group benefit programs, it's astronomical. Diabetes and arthritis are the 2 most often used drugs on a group benefits program. And so if we're not providing access for our employees to have drugs that can help them lose weight, only 18% of plans did allow this, then are we really helping employees get better? So again, just some interesting tidbits when we take a look at this data and pull back the layers and see the impact of how these plan designs actually help or don't help employees. And the third area that we want to zero in on today is practitioner coverage. If we keep on the same theme of diabetes, it would make sense that under practitioners, we would want our employees to have access to a dietitian. Yet 62% of plans did not have a dietitian as part of their practitioner list. Seems crazy. If our whole mandate to invest in group benefits is to prevent our employees from getting sick and fixing our employees when they're broken and when they get sick, and then our plan designs don't allow that to happen, we're wasting money. And it's not uncommon for 80% of businesses that we find to learn once we do a wastage analysis to uncover that they're actually overspending. And so this is my diatribe for the day. Those are my big three areas around the new findings inside the benchmarking data on employee benefits for manufacturing companies in Western Canada. It's so important to get the plan design right. If the plan design isn't right, it's just a waste of money for everybody, and nobody's really getting any better, and productivity doesn't improve. My name is Tyler Hoffman. I appreciate you listening today. If you want more information on our research reports, visit us at onpointbenefits.ca. You'll be glad you did. Cheers.